Nilso. Who had you to ourselves and didn't want you around. Those spammy posters always made you stand out in a crowd. But someone said that you were gay, one post was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, so give us one more chance. Show me that we love you. Won't you please let us back in your heart? Oh, so I was blind to let you go. Let you go, Nilso. But now since I see you not on her, want Nilso back? Yeah, I do now. Want Nilso back? Ooh, Nilso. Want Nilso back? Yeah. Want Nilso back? Nah. Trying to live without your post is one long boring fight. It doesn't matter, Nil, that you lean slightly right. Every thread that you ignore, I leave tear stains everywhere. Following the tweets I didn't even like and share, let me tell you now. Oh, so give us one more chance. Show you that we love you. Won't you please let us back in your heart? Oh, so I was blind to let you go. Let you go, Nilso. But now since I see you not on Nilso. Just one more chance to show you that I need you, Nilso. Want Nilso back? Forget what happened then. Want Nilso back? Let us live again. Oh, Nilso, give us one more chance. Won't you please let us back in your heart?
That ending, that climax with the vacuum corridor, that was so fucking stupid.
Was she just talking shit? Was the doctor just talking shit when she was saying squid sized? Was she just like making that up?
It immediately
trying to kill Aaron.
It immediately expanded. I think it was within the same sentence. She was like, I made a squid-sized corridor. Oh, wait, it's getting bigger now. Like the same sentence.
And then you get like a glass ceiling style, like, whoops.
Guys, the doctor is fallible, and it's good that a woman doctor is fallible too, even when she is aiming a supernova at her companion's father.
Somebody just fucking just willy-nilly trying to kill people.
Neo and I talked about this. Did you guys think there was for a second there that Ryan's dad was actually going to die?
I wondered about that.
I honestly expected it. I honestly thought Hypnolia is so shit that I actually expected that. I thought he was going to die, and then no repercussions would happen to 13 for the absolute worst fucking plan ever. Like nothing. No one would look at her and be like, "What the fuck was that? Did you just fucking like what was that? You aimed a supernova at Ryan's dad," and she's like, "Hey, let's get a shift on." It's like, no, let's not get a shift on. Let's think for a second. That wasn't a good idea. I think you just killed that man. And then that's the end of the episode.
Special.
I wanted that to happen, but that didn't happen.
Chibnall is the kind of guy who would reprise like the silent credits from Earthshock as well, if that was the ending.
Oh my god.
Yes, with Ryan's dad dying. I wanted that. I really thought he was going to die for a second. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? That was that.
The way they framed it with the music dropping out, like that made it seem like he was going to die.
Silent credits and then a next time trailer.
Yeah.
I'd like the Indian theme to come back at that point.
Or a pop song or fucking Glorious plays over here.
A next time trailer that's just a black screen because of the gap year. Just like a minute of black screen next time trailer.
Next time, and it's a full year of this nothing.
The Doctor will not return.
I really wish they put that on there. It just says the Doctor will not return for 2019.
The ending narration was full of shit as well. And why does both the opening and the ending mention like Britain by name? Was he going for something with that?
Chibnall's trying to rally the national spirit in time for Brexit. That's literally it.
It was, yeah.
I mean, I've seen it pointed out that's kind of the theme of this
Special.
period. Like, you know, international funding partners have withdrawn from UNIT, and the Doctor's on their own, and they've got to band together, and you know, I just fucking hell. This is pre-Brexit Doctor Who.
It's toothless though, because it's there's no actual, like, if that was what he was going for, then okay. But it's not clear, or it just seems directionless. It's just these little jabs that I can't even be sure of what they're trying to jab at. It's
We're
weird.
in non-specific dark times.
It's limp floppy garbage, like all of Chibnall's writing.
It's just, it's so fucking, it's toothless. It's absolutely toothless.
Does Chibnall have the most secure digits in the UK?
Are we going to talk about that scene? That's what he tells his wig.
Yeah, that scene was terrible. I saw a defense. I think someone replied to you on Twitter, Neo, saying that it was bookending with the woman who fell to earth and that random granddad who died, and that justified it. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. The Chib fans are metastatising.
That's a hot take.
It's just like Twin Peaks The Return. You have to put the start of the series and the end of the series and sort of dovetail them to the middle, and that's how you get the actual series.
You have to watch 2 episodes at the same time to get the true ending.
Oh my good God. I thought you could watch it in any order.
Yeah, no, the scene with the gay guy is just fucking terrible. What is Chibnall's beef with LGBT characters? That they're either invisible or sidelined or tokenized or just fucking dead? What is it? It's such a weird step down from Moffat, even though he had one gay companion, which is already like light years beyond anything Chib's capable of.
Chib can into diversity, but like beyond casting, I think he gets kind of bewildered.
I'm really curious though, because you said there was that one person that was like, that was disputing Neo on Twitter. I wonder what people are like the general, what are they thinking? Like, I don't know those communities, because I know there's been quite frustrating things mentioned, like the whole Yaz is like the best lesbian representation we've got, and the whole 13th Doctor with the soul attract was like a really big LGBT moment. Like it's like that just seems like an extension of that. Like people trying to put, is it just stemming from Moffat hate that people are trying to put so much emphasis into some of these scenes when he's done nothing to have meaningful representation?
It's weird because Chibnall's always referencing like the Netflix shows, the Hulu shows, and love them or hate them, those shows are full of LBGT stuff that's actually there. That Chibnall like has a frog talking to 13, or he has a gay guy get killed like after 6 sections of showing up, and yeah, people like feast on it like the scraps are being thrown and they seem like a feast. It's very odd.
I think the demographic of people making excuses for Chibnall on LGBT stuff, I think that's shrinking. I think people are starting to realise that actually, no, this is bad and we shouldn't be defending it from any kind of progressive capacity because it's just rubbish.
Yeah.
Well, Chibnall is not Moffat, therefore he's great, right?
I literally think, no, that's what I think it is. There's no reason objectively why you would think Chibnall would have better representation, like just from what Moffat. I mean, Moffat had openly gay kisses, like in a gay companion. And like there's no objective reason. So I literally think it is stemming from pure Moff hate, like the whole stop Moffat or no Moffat or whatever it is, like the hashtag. I really think it stems completely from that, and it's weird.
I do think Moffat hate is kind of a cult at this point, and it's very difficult to get away from a cult once it's formed.
It is.
They're the QAnon of Doctor Who.
Yeah, it makes you feel like a fucking crazy person. Like that bothers me the most, because it's like we talk about it a lot. Like we got a fantastic version of the show. Most of us think we were the Who hive mind, because Neo told us is that the Moffat era is the Capaldi era is like the golden part of the show, and so it really just verges me, and I'm sure all of us, when the Moff cult kind of gets in your skin like that, and they're just so happy that Chibnall is not Moffat that they'll defend anything he does. It's just I'm verged.
See, it doesn't verge me so much because even though it starts out like this, you get the experience of watching it slowly collapse and implode, because everyone's.
You think we're heading towards that collapse?
I think it is starting. I think people are certainly. I think after the finale, people started to stop making excuses for series 11, and I think the more it goes on, and now we've had no episodes for a whole year now, people are just going to look back on it and think, "Wow, what the fuck was I doing, making so many excuses for this?"
It is 2019, boys. It's 2019. It's a new year.
We're allowed to criticize this.
We are allowed to, yeah.
we're not allowed to criticize resolution yet. That won't be till New Year's Day 2020. But after that,
okay,
we can definitely criticize.
Of course,
well.
Yeah, of course.
Did you guys like when she called the Dalek a refugee?
I don't know what that meant.
It literally wasn't a refugee. It went out from Skaro to, invade other planets, literally, to do record assaults.
It's literally a scout, like it left on purpose.
It was a super powerful, better than an ordinary Dalek, whose purpose was to call the ordinary Daleks to come to planets. What's happening there? Why do you have this mega Dalek, and why aren't they all like that? I mean, I know that's an obvious question, but it's just. He didn't think, he's a man who doesn't think.
Just think, really.
If we're going to bring a Mega Dalek back, I don't understand why we didn't finally get Dalek Rabe.
Oh, yeah.
See, what the thing about the Dalek is that even despite all of these things we've just said about it, the Doctor was still obsessed with giving it a chance. Leave this planet and go slaughter some other planet and they'll let you go, yeah? Just agree to leave now, please. See, guys, I gave it a chance. I totally gave it a chance. I'm a good person. What the fuck was that about? Why give a Dalek a chance? I do not understand.
It was so weird. The idea of trying to get the moral high ground, desperately trying to get the moral high ground against the Dalek.
Go kill a Dalek about your moral high ground.
Yeah, it's so, what was the point? It's pathetic. It's kind of it reminds me of that scene in Ranskor Kolos when Graham shoots whatever his name, the tooth guy in the foot, instead of killing him. And he made the right choice and everything and everyone's happy. And then he goes to Ryan and he's like, hey, please don't tell the Doctor I defended myself with a weapon. It seemed like I don't want her to kick her out. And it was a legitimate scene. And I was like, they're literally her morals are so fucked up. They're walking in eggshells around it because even she is. There's something about it that's cult-like. It's weird. It's is that how the Doctor's morals work? Where it's just this really broken, weird system that whoa, hold on, guys. You all saw, can you please sign this contract that said you saw me give the Dalek a chance? So I can't, I don't understand. It happened multiple times now. And what is he going? Is it part of the Pillar of Hope thing? I don't know what it is, but it's happened. It literally happened back to back. And when I saw it, I just got flashbacks to that scene. I'm like, what? I don't understand what he's doing with the morals. And, morals were big in this series too, with the whole arachnid situation. I'm not going to get into it, but the whole arachnid situation and her, talking about what's the correct thing to do, which is, trap all the spiders in a room until they starve to death or whatever. What is the obsession with the correct morals or whatever? I don't understand. Really weird.
13 is the tone policer of the universe.
She is, but I don't know. It may stem from the Pillar of Hope thing. It may. And you don't want your Pillar of Hope being fallible or having bad morals, but it really comes off as weird. Both her and Graham were Graham was please don't tell the Doctor I defended myself with a weapon. I don't want to get kicked out. She's like, you guys saw that, right? The dog gave the Dalek a chance multiple times. We saw it. You're good. You're still a good person. It was weird. I don't understand.
We can't overlook the special started with the Battle of Hope Valley as well.
I really hope that Chibnall just needs the word hope in at least every episode. Can we look? Is that a thing? Can we look and see if it comes up at least once every episode?